Excuse me, Dr. Denham.
Yes, sister, come in.
Well, I won't waste words. I've come to a decision. I've decided to accept Professor Hume's offer. I leave for London in 3 weeks' time.
3 weeks? Well, Grace, that doesn't give us very long.
Well, Professor Hume needs me in a month. He does have a very tight schedule.
Yes, I realise that. Well, I must say, I'm sorry, Grace, very sorry. Oh, I can't stop you from going if you've made up your mind, but are you sure you're not being a little hasty?
I don't believe so.
Grace, I know you were very upset by what Dr. Sterling said to you this morning. Do you think this has influenced your decision in any
Helen,
way?
for heaven's sake, what do you take me for? I'm not some sulky little first-year nurse.
I know, I just
As a
thought
matter of
that...
fact, Dr. Shaw's been rather difficult too, but that's not the point. That sort of thing's all part and parcel of the job.
Well, Dr. Shaw was very upset when he heard there was a possibility we might be taking Dr. Sterling on as a second surgical consultant.
Should be an interesting little combination.
It's not over all this trouble with the nurses, is it?
I think you both know me well enough to know that I don't run away from my problems. This is not some ill-considered action. I've given the matter a great deal of thought. And I think at this stage of my life, travelling around the world with Professor Hume for a few months is exactly what the doctor ordered, if you'll pardon the expression.
Well, if you've made up your mind, I don't see if there's much we can do about it. And with only 3 weeks to go, we've got some very urgent thinking to do to see if we can come up with a suitable replacement.
Still got that under your tongue, Timmy? What do you reckon? You think it's cooked yet? You could be right at that. Let's have a look, shall we? Very good. Right on normal. 37. See the one that's turned green? That's good, isn't it?
Yes. Can I have a lolly now?
Better not tell anyone I'm giving you these lollies. We might both get into trouble.
Can I have one?
Just one.
Yeah.
Do you want one, Adam?
What's going on here, nurse? Are these two eating again?
It's only barley sugar, sister.
Mm-hmm.
They've only had one each.
Mm-hmm.
Spice sugar, Sister Eve. It's good for us.
Well, I suppose just one isn't going to hurt you. Could I have a word with you, please, nurse? I was wondering if I could take away Timmy Coe's file with me for a moment.
Sure. He'll be up and about in a week. In fact, if I don't keep a constant eye on him, he'll be up before then. The only problem now is trying to keep him in bed.
Well, I bet he's a handful when he's 100% fit.
Yeah. I'll be sorry to see him go back to Malaysia.
Well, he may not be leaving quite as soon as you think.
What do you mean? I thought he was going home as soon as he was well enough to travel.
Children's Ward B, Sister Turner speaking. Oh, yes, Dr. Denham. Yes, I see. I'll be up straight away. Tania, I have to go.
Problem?
Well, no, not really. Sister Scott's leaving us.
Well, if you want to make an early night of it, we can go to a 5 o'clock instead and have dinner afterwards.
Oh, I don't know. It makes it a bit of a rush.
Or we can eat very slowly to make up for it.
Hi, Kim. Dr. Baxter.
Hi.
Have you two met Angela yet?
No.
Angela Parry. She'll be starting on our nursing staff.
Hi, welcome to the Albert.
Thanks.
Cup of tea.
Thank you.
Milk and sugar?
Oh, dear. Another sweet little innocent for Sister Scott to bully.
Bully, don't take any notice of him.
Right. Well, duty calls. Got to go now. Don't worry, Angela. I'm only kidding. See you later, Kim.
Bye-bye. Well, sit down, Angela. This is as much your staff room now as it is ours.
Thanks.
You're joining us, are you?
Yeah, I've had a fair bit of nursing experience before this.
Actually, I've been fairly lucky. Jill helped me get the job. We used to be all friends.
Oh, good.
Yep. We went to school together. So did Dennis. Crikey, doesn't it seem a long time ago?
Yeah, doesn't it? Gee, it's great to have friends, huh? It can be pretty difficult without them, especially when you're by yourself, hey?
Haven't you got any family, Angela?
Oh, yeah, of course. But when Mum remarried, they moved down to the country.
Oh. Oh, that's right. Now I remember. That's when we lost touch, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. It's the last time I saw Dennis, too. Gee, I'm so glad we met up with each other again. Jill, I really appreciate everything you've done for me.
Oh, it's nothing.
No, really, you and your Mum have been really fantastic. Friends like you don't come along very often.
So, you're all set up now?
Yeah. As soon as I find a place to stay, I'll be fine.
Angie, you know, there's no real reason why you can't stay with us.
Oh, Jill, no, really, you've done enough for me.
Oh, no, of course you can. Now Roger's not coming home. Well, it'll be no problem.
No, I couldn't.
Well, why not? Mum won't mind. I'll talk to her.
Hey, guess what?
Sister Scott's leaving.
No.
Sister Turner just told me she's just been called up to Dr. Denham's office. Hey, she must be taking over as deputy matron.
Come in.
We wondered if we could have a word with you, sister.
We? Oh, dear. I hope this is not another deputation. Now, don't tell me you've come to protest about my leaving now.
Well, we feel that our behaviour was, well, we just wanted to make sure you weren't leaving on account of us.
No, nurse, I'm not. Although I can't pretend the behaviour of the nurses didn't affect me.
Well, that's all over and done with now, isn't it?
Yes, nurse, it is. But maybe now you realise just how far-reaching the effects of something like that can be.
Yeah, I guess it's shaken us up a bit too.
Well, maybe in the long run it was for the best. Although that shouldn't encourage you to run around making a habit of being insubordinate. I hope you'll be very loyal to my successor.
Who will that be, sister?
Well, I don't know. It could be Sister Turner. Anyway, whoever it is, it's only temporary until I return.
You're coming back.
Yes, nurse, I'm taking long-term leave, not resigning. And when I do return, I want to hear nothing but good reports about you. Now, that'll be all, ladies. I'm sure you have work to do. Nurse Livingston, a moment, please. You've decided not to take your final examinations.
Yes, sister.
Why not?
I don't believe I'm ready to take on the additional responsibility. Well, at least I've learnt that.
No, nonsense. That's exactly what you need. You show very good ability for leadership. And they're somewhat misplaced, but certainly marked when you led the nurses against me.
Oh, well, it wasn't all my fault.
Well, maybe not, but it was you who kept the nurses on a united front. Do you intend to keep nursing now that you're married?
I don't know.
Well, when you decide you do, I suggest you take that final just as soon as possible. That'll be all, nurse.
Yes. Have you finished your lunch already? My goodness, your appetite's come back with a vengeance, hasn't it?
Adam's finished too. We had a race. I won.
I think it's very nice that you're eating so well, but I don't think you should be having races. We'll just get all this cleared away, shall we? Adam, could I have your plate too, please? There's a good boy. You know, you two are eating so much, I'm going to have to ring up the kitchen and check that they've got enough food. Why don't you go and help Timmy build his jumbo jet?
What's this Scott business all about, Eve? Is it true you're taking over from her?
Well, it's possible.
Well, you know my views on the subject. You might have thought to let me know what's going on.
I haven't had a chance to, Graham. Besides, I don't even know what's going on myself yet.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I've been offered the position, but I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to take it.
Ah, so it's not definite yet.
No, it depends on other things.
Like a letter from Malaysia, from Sister Therese?
You read it?
Well, I could see it came from the orphanage.
Graham, you should have. It was addressed to me.
Anyway, I think you're making a big mistake.
I simply telegrammed Sister Therese and asked if Timmy might stay a bit longer, and quite naturally she said it'd be perfectly all right.
And I don't think it's good for either of you.
Why not?
Because you're becoming more and more fond of the boy. Eve, you're going to have to let go eventually. It's just making it more and more difficult for yourself and for him. It's going to be hard enough when he goes back to Malaysia. And he must go.
Not necessarily.
Oh, Eve.
Graham, why couldn't we adopt him?
Hi, darling.
Hello.
I'm just going to lunch now. You coming?
No, I have to finish this first. How did it go?
What?
The meeting with Sister Scott. When the nurse is going to see her now that she's leaving?
Oh, yeah, fine. She certainly doesn't hold any grudge against us.
I didn't think she would.
In fact, she was talking to me about my final. She thinks I should become a sister as soon as I can.
Hey, that sounds like a very sensible idea.
Maybe, but I can't really see much use in going through all that if we're going to start a family soon.
Tania, don't start all that
Well,
again.
it's
Look, we
true.
have plenty of time for all that, okay?
Yeah. Well, I'm certainly not going to start another argument about it.
Good.
Oh, Tony, I have some tickets for the ballet. You'll love the ballet. I know you will. I adore it. I always have. Can we go tonight?
Tania, I'd love to go, but I've got a lot of work to do. You see, I'll be working late tonight.
Honestly, it was bad enough when Professor Hume was here.
What is that supposed to mean, Tania? Look, how am I going to progress in my job if you're going to nag at me every time that I have to work hard?
Well, can't you spend some time with me? We never go out together. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking for Nurse Gordon.
You can see she's not here? Why don't you use your eyes, huh?
Tony! That was very rude. There's no need to snap at her like that.
Listen, Tania, will you try...
Obviously, the idea of us going out together makes you very touchy. Well, I'm certainly not going to hang about here and get yelled at myself.
Can you live with life in the fast lane? 16 rock classics, including the hits from John Farnham and Bon Jovi. Plus Whitesnake, Huey Lewis, Van Halen, and Marillion. Get hooked on Life in the Fast Lane, the ultimate rock album from Telstar.
I think I owe it to my cats to give them the best, and anything less than whiskers, I'd feel I'd be cheating on a friend. My cat's brilliant. I love her.
The youngest ones, always choose the youngest ones. The youngest ones, just say plump and whole. Like love, while the taste is on, 'cause you just can't bear when youngest ones have gone.
Jeeves, this Newcroft original gift box. How come it doesn't go all soggy and leak?
There is a bottle inside, sir.
I say, that's dash clever of them.
The rechargeable Philips Lady Shave for perfect smooth results every time. The shaving head has an extra thin foil. It's close, yet comfortable and smooth. One trimmer is straight, ideal for your legs. The other is curved, perfect for underarms. The beautiful Philips Lady Shave. Another sensation from Philips.
It's Christmas at Coty, and we've been making lots of Coty gift sets. Lemon, Ombrez-vous, Complice, Masumi. Wonderful Coty gift sets, as special as ever, and terrific value. Go on, make it a magical Christmas. Give them Coty.
And you can take the patient back to casualty now. Mr. Gardner, I'm sending you to Dr. Steele. He'll look after you from now on.
Thank you.
Give this note to Dr. Steele.
Yes, Doctor.
Thanks. Can you tidy up in here, please, while I finish up my notes?
Yes, Doctor.
Thanks.
Oh, hi, Jill. I've been looking everywhere for you. Listen, I just thought I'd slip out and collect my suitcase.
Uh-huh. You want a hand?
Oh, no, thanks. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Jill, are you sure it's going to be all right with your mum? For me to move in, I mean.
Positive. Look, don't worry about it. I'll talk to her about it during my break, and then it'll be all official.
Oh, look, that would be great. Can I catch up with you later somewhere?
Yeah? How about reception?
Oh, that's good. I just don't want to keep on barging in on people's private arguments. I just walked in on Dr. Garcia and Nurse Livingston. They were obviously in the middle of a terrible row. The atmosphere was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Really bad.
Right, I'll take over from here now, Jill. Dr. Steele wanted to report back to casualty.
Okay, I have to go now, Angie.
Yeah, I have to get fitted in a uniform anyway.
All right. Is there some sort of problem?
Oh, it's Tony. He's been rowing with Tania over something.
It's probably just a newlyweds quarrel.
I don't know how you can treat her like that. She's such a super person.
Oh, yes, of course she is, but...
I really hate to see her so miserable.
Oh, come on. She's not exactly miserable.
Want to bet?
Well, look, even if she is, I think that's between her and Tony. It's hardly anything to do with you and I. Is it?
No, it's not like Raymond to be so angry. Do you know, I can't find him anywhere. I phoned all round the hospital looking for
We
him.
need to get in touch with him, do you?
Well, yes, he's supposed to be coming to dinner tonight.
He was very upset when he left my office. I was taking it all too personally.
Poor Raymond.
Well, look, don't you worry about it. I'll find him this afternoon and have a chat with him. Come in.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I don't mean to intrude.
Oh, that's all right. Come in. We're just taking a lunch break. Well, how are things going? You can settle in all right, do you think?
Oh, yes, Dr. Denham, thanks. I haven't even started work yet, but everyone's just been so marvellous to me.
You think you're going to be happy here, then?
I'm going to love every moment. As a matter of fact, I came to thank you, Mrs. Gordon, for letting me move in with you and Jill. It's really terribly good of you.
Is this something that Jill arranged? I haven't heard about it.
She said she was going to check with you.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. She said she was going to talk to you about it, and... Oh, she was so sure it would be all right.
Well, it will be all right, but I just wish that Jill had told me about it first.
Oh, yes, of course. I am sorry. But I'm glad it's going to be all right. Thanks very much, Mrs. Gordon.
You'll come home with Jill, then?
Yes, I'll be meeting her later. Thank you, Mrs. Gordon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Charming child.
Here you go again, eh? Collecting waifs and strays?
Yes, I suppose I am. But this one was a bit of a surprise.
Hi, Andrew.
Hello? Are you all right?
Yeah? Why?
I just heard you a bit upset, that's all.
Well, to tell you the truth, I am.
What's happened? I don't want to pry or anything.
I know.
Just wondered if there's anything I can do.
Thanks, Andrew. But Tony and I have had a bit of a fight. All over a couple of tickets to the ballet. Probably sounds stupid to you.
No, it doesn't.
Well, I have the tickets for tonight, but Tony insists on working. He never has any time for me lately.
Yeah, well, I think he's crazy. And I think it's a great shame, too. You and Tony would really enjoy the ballet. Rather love to go myself.
Would you? Oh, well, look, why don't you take the tickets? We certainly won't be using them.
No, I couldn't do that. Thanks very much, but no, I couldn't do that.
Dr. Baxter, I've got the examination room ready for you.
Fine.
Well, if you'll excuse me, Dr. Baxter, I have to get back to work.
You've got to stop this, Andrew. You're really behaving very badly.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. Interfering between Tania and Tony.
I'm not interfering.
They're married, Andrew. And anyway, you're supposed to be dating me, aren't you?
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything?
Encouraging Tania to cry on your shoulder is just about the worst thing you could do.
Worse for who? Look, Kim, I think you're talking absolute rubbish.
Am I? Perhaps it's time you had a good look at your motives.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Maybe you're not just sympathetic. Maybe you're emotionally involved.
With Tania?
With Tania.
Oh, listen,
Look,
Kim.
Andrew, I think it's time you had a good look at yourself. And the sooner you do it, the better.
Oh, it's going fine, is it, Kim?
Yes.
Thank you.
Get everything cleared up now, Angela? You ready to start tomorrow?
Yes, thanks, Kim. Actually, I'm waiting for Jill. I'm staying with her and Mrs. Gordon.
Oh, great.
Yeah, they've been very, very kind to me. I thought she came off duty at 4:30. It must be after that now.
Oh, she won't be long. She's probably just cleaning up or something.
Yeah.
No, I've got some cleaning up to do myself. I'll see you
Okay,
later.
thanks, Kim. Bye-bye. Reception. No, he isn't in at the moment. Can I take a message? Yeah, I'll give you that message. Bye-bye. Hi, Andrew.
Hi. Listen, you know those tickets you mentioned to the ballet?
Yeah?
Yeah, well, look, I've changed my mind. I would like to go after all.
Oh, good. I hate to see them go to waste. We certainly won't be using them.
Oh, hang on a tick. You don't quite understand. That isn't exactly what I had in mind.
But you will be using them if I give them to you, won't you?
Oh, yes. No. I mean, yes. I will be using them, but, well, I mean, you've always said how much you love the ballet, and, well, I was wondering if, I mean, I get the impression that you'd really love to go, right?
Yeah.
So I was wondering if, well, you know, I mean, why don't we go together?
Andrew!
Oh, of course, if you'd rather not, I understand perfectly.
Oh, well, I think I'd like that very much. Thank you, Andrew.
Oh, good. That's terrific. Good.
Yeah.
Well, we're both off duty in a few minutes, so why don't I give you a lift home?
Oh, I'm not going straight home. I have some shopping to do. Why don't we meet at the theatre?
Sure, no worries. Tell you what, I could give you a lift into town to do the shopping if you like.
All right. Thanks.
Good, terrific. Well, I'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah. Bye.
Oh, Helen, would you check my appointment to see if I'm free next Friday in the evening, please?
Yes, sure.
No, I've had a letter from Richard Parr asking me to chair a meeting. It's a fundraising drive for paraplegics.
Yes, you are free.
Good.
Shall I pencil it in?
Yeah.
It's a very good cause.
Yes. Roger's coming home soon, isn't he?
Well, he's being discharged, but he's moving into a flat with Sandy. They're having a very quiet wedding. I'm very happy for them, but I am a bit disappointed that he's not coming home first.
No, she's a sweet little thing. I don't think she'll let either of you down.
No, neither do I.
Hi, Mum. What's dinner?
No, Joe.
What on earth were you thinking of? Not telling me first before asking Angela to move in with us?
Huh? Well, that's why I'm here now, to ask you.
I can't leave you two to sort this out, eh?
Yes, well, she's already been up here to thank me. She was under the impression that I knew. Well, it was the first I'd heard about it.
Oh, gee, I'm sorry, Mum. Well, I was going to come up and ask you in my break, but we got so busy in casualty that I didn't take one. Oh, I thought a new face, a visitor, it would be a diversion. I knew how disappointed you were Roger wasn't coming home, and I thought, well, Angela's an old friend, and she's a real sweetie. She'll be no trouble at all.
Yes, I'm sure you're right. And I do appreciate your thinking of me. But next time, just ask me first, please.
Sure. Oh, I better go. I've got to take Angie home.
Well, I'll come with you. Honestly, Jill, you're getting as bad as your mother picking up weights and strays.
No.
No.
Could you get this to Dr. Denham, please, as quickly as possible? It's particularly urgent. Could you just phone his office, just check that he's there?
Come on, Graham. You're off duty now. We're going to dinner, remember? Hi, Angie. Oh, hello,
Graham.
Oh, hi. Hi.
You thought any more about becoming deputy matron, Eve?
Well, as a matter of fact, Graham and I are just going to have a quiet dinner and discuss a few things. That's certainly one thing on the agenda.
Has anyone seen Tania?
No, anything wrong?
No, Jim Howard is working for me this evening, so I'm free after all.
Haven't seen her, sorry.
Well, Nurse Livingston just left a little while ago with her husband.
What?
They've gone to the ballet. She is married to a doctor, isn't she?
What are you talking about?
Nurse Livingston's just gone to the ballet with her husband. Dr. Baxter. That's his name, isn't it?
For the very first time, the smash hit Ghostbusters is unleashed on your screen.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Crashing through the state line comes Smokey and the Bandit 3. Why stick to the road when the sky is the limit? Fasten your seat.